And now to our next speaker. We'll probably go beyond our timing more. Please forgive us for that. Armenia, Levon Klekchan, Central Depository of Armenia. Hello once again, colleagues. It's a great pleasure to see and hear all of you. I agree with Onega in saying that again, we hope that next time we will meet offline, because it's always better to talk one-on-one. Well, remote operation is also has its advantages. And now I'd like to briefly describe our operation. There are two parts in my presentation. I will start with some general information about our group AMX. This is the Armenian Stock Exchange and the Central Depository of Armenia. This is a brief description of where we are and where we are going, and our mission or our future. These are technologies that we're using. Depository services, including, and we are also custodian for Armenian investment funds and pension funds. Colleagues at the exchange use Quick software and PRTS Plaza that will soon be put into the Twitter mode. These are the financial instruments which are traded and services provided by the Central Depository of Armenia. We maintain registry under our standards, the registry of companies and funds, and we also are depository for pension funds. We also provide services in cash accounting services in cooperation with our colleagues NSD and the Belarus and Kazakhstan depositories. We maintain channels through which our investors can go into each other's market and buy securities. These are some of the figures describing our operation in 2020. Mostly, 99% of that is upward trends. This information about custodian services, that is where pension funds investments are maintained. These are the value of funds in custody with us. So most of those indicators are growing. In 2020, for obvious reasons, because of the COVID-19, placement was less than in 2019. All the other indicators were going up. This is what we did in 2020. I see 2020 not as a calendar year, but a period from our previous webinar until today. Business continuity policy is very important. Not a single service we provide suffered from the COVID. All our colleagues work remotely and they make sure that not a single customer suffered. We had first security that was cross-listed. by Armenian securities as Armenian security in MOEX, the Moscow Exchange. That was preceded by 2 years of work together with NSD, and this made sure that the channel of cooperation between us was consistently strengthened. So this is the first fruit of the cross-listing efforts. As far as I know, this security, which has just been listed with the MOEX, is very popular. And as far as I know, some other securities are planned to be listed with the MOEX as well. So everything is already done and prepared. And the expectation is that further listings will take place more smoothly. We have a new link with the Ukrainian Central Depository. We introduced the institution of e-voting in Armenia. That was made from scratch, and it's based on our own online application, CDA Online. E-voting allows our issuers to work remotely with the security owners. Through this platform, security owners can receive all the relevant information instantaneously on shareholder meetings as soon as it enters the system. CDA Online is a platform through which our customers can operate and manage their securities accounts. Last time I was explaining what we were planning to do. Now it is all online. You can download the application and you can work with it. This is an investor platform. Investor can activate their accounts, see their online balances, and those transactions are paid to the communications operator. They can exercise e-voting, so there's a big spectrum of services. But we go further than that. As a development of this service, we are planning to add certain corporate actions so that the customer would see this information. So whenever they enter their accounts, they will see what has happened with the security, say in the course of 1 year, which corporate actions took place, which coupons were paid, etc. So SD Online is a big topic. I will not go deeper into that. If needed, I can prepare a presentation if colleagues are interested, because there's a lot of information. I have a presentation of almost 50 slides. If I started to go through it, it will take too much time. Something about our plans. First of all, our goal is to make sure that each customer of the Central Depository would have access to accounts and online transactions through the application. It is also our plan to enter the ISO 2022 standard. Very soon we'll have a roadmap for joining the standard. We have a plan. We work with an NSD to become a code agent. Also, we have plans for repoed accounts. and CCP as well. CCP is associated with substantial expenses. So this is maybe a matter of more distant future. Also this year, we have a lot to do in terms of automation with the regulatory bodies, uh, so that any inquiries will be responded to automatically. So this is the work that we have been doing since the beginning of this year towards automation with all the operations, with all our counterparties which have any authorization to receive information from the central depository. The Central Depository of Armenia is centralized custody of government bonds, and well, currently it's the function held by the Central Bank of Armenia, but it will be, this function will be held over to the Central Depository. We are in the process of implementing that change. Thank you. Thanks, Levon. Very briefly, very consistent and concise, and we do hope that thanks to the interaction and cooperation between NSD and the Armenian Central Depository, we will have more securities in custody and the flow will be growing. As regards your electronic service presentation, yes, it would be interesting to hear that. We can discuss it later, and maybe we can launch some special meeting for anyone who is interested.